Hey guys, welcome to Tech Boys channel right here. Of course, today's episode we're gonna talk about the not this phone. I'm so sorry. Why is this phone right here? Uh, okay, we're gonna talk about this phone right here, which is the J7 Plus, Samsung Galaxy J7 Plus. Okay, so this is how the J7 Plus looks like. Okay, so if you guys like, so I'm gonna read out the whole specs for you guys, just in case if you guys like to know, and for my on my own opinion for this phone right here, I'm gonna tell you guys everything. Alright. So the first thing about this phone is, of course, it's a smartphone. As you guys can see that, yeah, it just unlocks by itself by using the fingerprint sensor, of course. Um, so this is actually the J7 Plus right here. Okay, so it was announced on the 27th August, and it was released on the 2017 of September this year. So which is this month actually. So it's actually 29 already. So moving on to the next one, which is the type actually. So it is a bar looking kind of design, and then of course the dimension of the phone is actually 152.4 sorry 152.4 by 74.7, and of course 7.9 millimeters of the what do you call it, the thickness of it. Okay, so moving on to the next one, which is the colors. It is available in gold, black, and rose gold. That's what I ever heard in my whole life here. Since it's just released. Okay, so if it is not waterproof, if you guys like to know, guys. So of course, carry on to the next one, which is the network. It supports 2G, 3G, 4G, and it uses nano SIM. Okay, it also has dual SIM support actually. And moving on to the display, it is a super AMOLED capacitive touchscreen actually. So meaning by it is somehow multi-touch screen actually. You can use up to 5 fingers actually. Moving on to the next one, which is the size. It's 5.5 inches. It's roughly about my Xiaomi Redmi Note 2 right here. It is about the same size actually. So carry on to the next one. The resolution right here actually supports up to 1080p. So that's actually really good. So the display colors is like most of the phones having it right now, which is about 16M. Okay, 16M colors, and of course it is it has this display protection, which is 2.5D glass. Okay, so and of course it is a metal body actually. This is a metal body, guys. So the features right here has a Bixby, okay, multi-window, pop-up window, always on display, dual messenger, and secure folder. So I'm gonna go quick brief on this thing. So Bixby is actually where nowadays Samsung phones, they do have the Bixby actually. So when you say hey Bixby, and then the phone is gonna reply you is something like what do you call it, when you're saying okay Google actually. That's about the same thing actually, where you can actually do your reminder and all those things like inside this application right here. So nothing much inside the application. Okay, so moving on to the next one, which is the multi-window and the pop-up window. If you guys like to know, this is how we do it. Okay, this is the multi-window right here. So as you guys can see right here, there is this button right here. This button here is actually for multi-window, and then the bottom one here, you can actually choose what kind of app that you want to go with multi again. So you can actually just click it, and there we go. So we got two application, which is here. You can see that this is about the phone right here, and then the top one here is the reminder. So this is the what do you call it, this is the multi-window motion right here. So this is actually how you remove it by just sliding it up. There's a blue covering up over there, and this how you get out from there. Right, so moving on to the next one, which is the pop-up window. Pop-up window will be like when you're entering the Google Play Store or any kind of app. You're just gonna drag from this top here to the side. As you guys can see, there's this blue thing again. This is actually where you're gonna be like using it into a smaller looking kind of size actually. So this is how it is for the Samsung what I call it, the Samsung pop-up window. So it's actually very useful where we can actually just stick it somewhere around, and then you can actually do something else into the screen. So you can minimize it by doing that, where you guys can see there's the logo of the Play Store right there. You can actually open it back. You can actually open it back to full screen. So let's get back out from there, and moving on to the next one. Okay, so always on display is actually most of the smartphone has right now, guys. And of course it has a dual messenger, meaning by if you have one WhatsApp, you can actually add another WhatsApp. So you can actually use two SIM cards using two WhatsApp. So that's gonna be very interesting. So most of the phone, they do have those apps and all those actually, but now Samsung has the effect for that actually. So that's actually considered a very good thing. So moving on to the next one, which is the secure folder. This is the secure folder. You can find it right over here, and of course you can find it right over here. So the secure folder, as you guys can see right here, it helps to protect data. Okay, keep prying eyes away from your private files and apps. With secure folder on, you can access the private pictures, notes, and apps on your phone. So that's actually the usage of it. Okay, so make secure copies of your apps, add copies of apps that only you can access. You can create separate accounts for your secure folder app. So that is how it is for it. Okay, so we can actually move on to the next one. So the media, of course, it has a music player, video player, it has a radio, which is right over here, and of course moving on to the next one, which is the vibration. Of course all of the phone has vibration. MP3, wave ringtones. The ringtone supports MP3, MIDI, wave, and of course AMR. So it has a loudspeaker. The speaker, by the way, if you guys like to know, guys, it's right over here. This is where the speaker is, right over there. And of course it is hands-free if you're calling actually. So the camera has dual camera. That's the best part for me. I really like it. This is the camera right here. If you guys can't see it, then I'm gonna turn on one of my lights right here. Okay, so there's the dual camera right there. So the dual camera is actually a very useful one because it's gonna be a very clear recording actually. So of course it has geotagging, touch focus, panorama, HDR, face detection, and of course it has a front and back flash actually. So this is the flash button right here, and it has one more which is down over here. And carry on to the next one. Okay, by the way, the primary camera, which is the back camera right here, it has it is dual camera. I'm so sorry about that. It has 13 megapixels and 5 megapixels, so that's gonna be like a very good support for taking videos and pictures actually. So the secondary camera has 16 megapixels, where you can actually take a super duper awesome selfie actually, guys, plus with the LED flash. Okay, so the software is actually Android OS version 7.0, which is Nugget, where you guys would like to know. There is a 5.0 or 5.0, and of course the newest one is 6.0, which is Marshmallow. Am I right? So yeah. Okay, so Lollipop is 5.0. This is 6.0 is Marshmallow, and 7.0 is Nugget. I'm not really sure what is the new one, but I believe the new one is coming in soon. I keep pressing the home button and it starts and open the screen. So the hardware, which is the chipset, is actually Samsung Exynos 7870 Octa. Okay, it is octa core, 2.39 GHz. The RAM memory is actually 4 gig, so it's actually kind of good. It's more worth it actually, kind of. So the internal storage is 32 gigabytes. So of course the memory card slot, you can actually use the micro SD card, reaching up to 256 gigabyte. And of course the sensors do have proximity, fingerprint sensor, accelerometer, compass, and gyro. So the connectivity that you can find inside this phone is actually a Bluetooth 4.1, okay, version 4.1, small infrared Wi-Fi, okay, Wi-Fi hotspot, or you can actually use the Wi-Fi USB hotspot, what you call it, GPS, okay, with GLONASS actually. So I'm not really sure what that is actually. What in the world is that? Carry on to the next one. Is not wireless charging. We do have microphone, or say a jack, a headphone jack, which is at the bottom right here next to the charger right here. We got a microphone right over there, if you guys can see that. There's the I'm gonna turn on the light once more. So there we go. So this is the microphone, this is the jack right here, and then this is the this is the USB port, this is the jack port right here. So carry on to the next one. Okay, it does has the web browser, which is HTML5. That's gonna be like smoother browsing data for the phone. Messaging such as SMS, MMS, email, IM, no problem. So last but not least, the battery. Okay, it is a fast charging battery type. It's a lithium ion battery actually. The capacity is actually 3000 milliamp, and it's not replaceable, guys. The battery is not replaceable. Okay, so that is actually a lot of people's con right there. They don't like non-removable kind of phone actually. Non-removable battery phone actually. So depending on me, it depends on, for me it depends on like the camera, the RAM and all those things. Actually, if it's good, then I'll take it. So far I've been using it for about a number of hours. I don't think it's really a bad thing. For me, my favorite part would be like showing off. I'm not sure why. The fingerprint sensor. So yes, that's right, guys. The fingerprint sensor is actually very awesome. I use both of my fingers to print, to scan actually. So that's actually a good thing. Actually can use more than 5 fingers actually for the fingerprint sensor scan thing. So yeah, so that's all for the explanation and the specs for the Samsung Galaxy J7 Plus for you guys here. Okay, the price around here I'm not really sure actually. I'm just getting this phone for a short review for you guys. So of course, that's all for today. Okay, see you guys in the next one. If you guys like the video, do smash that like button. This is actually just a job for me for showing the specs for the J7 Plus for you guys, because this is actually a very new phone that I just got also actually, and not much of the people can find the videos for this. So this is actually one of the specs for you guys right here. And the con for me is actually using the OK Google, or like mostly of the OK Google detection. It won't even detect. I'm not really sure why. That's one of my con actually. It will say can't use microphone, and then it says please restart phone. I restarted the phone like more than 5 times, but I'm not really sure what's going on. So yeah, there is another code for this phone if you guys like to, which is written right down there. It says SM-C7. So C7 is actually what the code for Samsung Galaxy J7 Plus. Okay, so that's all for the information for you guys today. I really hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next one. This has been Ryan Swift in Tech Boy, and peace out.